Initiation through shadow. There comes a point in the spiritual path when light no longer satisfies, when affirmations fall flat, when the universe stops delivering signs and instead delivers silence. You've said the mantras, you've raised your vibration, you've listened to the podcasts and read the books that promise awakening, love, wholeness, bliss. But something darker calls you now. Not evil, not wrong, just unlit. The shadow. Not just your bad habits or your jealousy or the wounds you already know how to name. No, this shadow is more ancient. It's not just personal, it's ancestral, collective, archetypal, cosmic. This is not a self-improvement journey. This is not about becoming better. This is about becoming whole. Part 1. The Descent as Right. Initiation doesn't begin with achievement. It begins with unraveling. To be initiated through shadow is to be taken down into the basement of the psyche, stripped of all spiritual ego, all projection, all persona. It is to face what has been denied, repressed, or demonized within you and within the world. It is to feel the fury you were told was sinful, the lust you were taught to hide, the grief no one held space for, the desire for power you disowned, the shame that clung to your skin like a second body. Initiation begins when these parts knock on the door of your consciousness and demand to be seen, not fixed, not bypassed, but seen. This is the holy work of shadow alchemy, not killing the dark, but integrating it. Part 2, you will meet the monsters. And the first monster will likely be you. Not the self you present to others, not the self you hope to become, but the one you've buried, the angry one, the selfish one, the manipulative one, the cruel one, the addict, the coward, the saboteur. You may flinch when you meet them. You may try to perform love and light to escape. But they are not here to hurt you. They are here to unmask you. They've been waiting for your honesty. Not to punish you, but to release you. Until you see them, you will project them. Until you name them, they will control you. Part 3. The Archetypes of the Shadow Path. To help you locate yourself in the terrain of initiation, here are some of the figures you may encounter. 1. The wounded child. The core pain, the unmet needs, the heartbreak you never got to grieve, the shadow of vulnerability. You may feel abandoned again, not just by others, but by life itself. This child doesn't need saving, they need your presence. 2. The inner tyrant. The one who criticizes you, who shames you, who mirrors every external authority figure you internalized. You don't heal the tyrant by destroying him, but by dethroning him and reclaiming the power he hoarded. 3. The addict. This isn't just about substances. The addict archetype is the part of you that escapes, that dissociates, avoids, runs into food, sex, work, people, social media, or endless healing loops. Alchemizing this part means turning toward the emptiness instead of trying to fill it. 4. The seducer/manipulator. This part learned to get needs met through charm, performance, or control. It doesn't make you evil, it makes you adaptive. True transformation here comes through radical honesty and vulnerability, by asking instead of seducing, by revealing instead of hiding. 5. The victim. The part of you that identifies with the wound instead of through it, who confuses suffering with identity. Healing here isn't about denying pain, it's about no longer clinging to it as proof of who you are. 6. The shadow mystic. The seeker who bypasses their humanity in the name of divinity, who escapes into higher realms but can't sit in their body, who speaks of oneness but hasn't reconciled their own fragmentation. Integration means descending into the body, into the earth, into the mess, and finding the divine there. Part 4. The mirror is brutal but honest. Initiation through shadow is not polite. It does not flatter. It reveals the unconscious motivations behind your most noble behaviors. It shows you that some of your kindness came from a fear of being disliked, that some of your service was a currency for validation, that some of your healing was a desperate attempt to feel in control. It's hard to admit, it's humbling, but it's also liberating. Because when you see clearly, you can choose differently. You can stop acting out of pattern. You can stop spiritualizing your trauma responses. You can stop blaming others for what you haven't yet faced in yourself. This is what it means to grow, not spiritually, but soulfully. Part 5. The pain of disillusionment. To pass through this gate is to lose illusions. About others, about the world, but especially about yourself. You might grieve the version of you that used to believe things were simpler, that healing would be linear, that love would be easy, that truth would be comfortable. You may find yourself isolated, misunderstood, even spiritually homeless for a time. But disillusionment is not the end. It's the beginning of vision. To be disillusioned is to finally see reality without the lens of projection. It is the beginning of clear sight. Part 6. The gift beneath the mask. Every shadow hides a medicine. Rage hides a capacity for sacred boundaries. Shame hides the tender desire to be accepted. Envy hides the unclaimed longing for your own expansion. Grief hides a soul that has loved deeply. When you stop trying to fix or banish these parts and start listening to them, something miraculous happens. You reclaim your life force. You become more whole. Not perfect, not untouchable, not always wise, but real. And in a world of masks, being real is revolutionary. Part 7. Initiation requires witnessing. You don't have to go through this alone. Shadow work is often solitary, but it's not meant to be isolating. There is power in being seen in your mess, your rawness, your truth, by someone who won't flinch. There is medicine in circles, in somatic therapy, in ancestral rituals, in safe containers that hold your dissent without judgment. Find your allies in the dark. Find the ones who have dirt under their nails and fire in their chest. Find the ones who know grief and still love fiercely. They are your kin. Part 8. You do not end here. This chapter may feel endless, like a permanent exile. But it is just that, a chapter. Initiation through shadow is not the death of you. It is the death of your illusions. And beyond that death is a clearer life, a deeper self, a soul more anchored than ever. You will emerge not as someone shiny and complete, but as someone true. And that truth will light the way for others. Because your shadow didn't make you unworthy. It made you human. And the willingness to hold both light and shadow, not perfectly, but honestly. That is what makes you whole.